Hey, hey, I haven't gone live in such a long time, but I don't want to be pressing start and stop on this message because it's going to be a little bit of a long one. So, hi, how's it going? I have been immersed in all things essential oils this morning, and I've had such beautiful conversations with customers of mine, and just really enjoying intuitively blending and feeling into the oil. So I'm just going to wait for a couple of you guys to get on before I actually start. We're going to be talking about some oils today that are hot on my heart, and more importantly, if you have been following me for a while or you have engaged with essential oils and our little essential collaboration of late, you will have these oils, either those samples or you've purchased them, and I want to teach you a bit how to use them. So I'm just going to wait one more minute while you guys jump on. Hey, give me a wave and you jump on. Rahini, hey babe. The Mali Hub, hi. We're gonna be jamming a little bit on some oils, some essential oils. So stick around. I'm gonna try and keep it in 20 minutes. I could talk the hind legs off a donkey when it comes to essential oils. Like, I could talk about them all day. So I have to put a time limit on how much I share, because otherwise you just get information overload. We are going to talk about some oils that I have recently sent out to my clients and potential customers who are interested in learning about the oils. And I've sent them a little sample pack. And so they're going to be watching out for my Insta Live. I was going to send them off a video tutorial, and I just thought I was going to jump on and do it for everybody. So if you have received samples from either myself, or if you've been working with another wellness advocates with doTERRA, take all of this information, lap it up, enjoy it, and then at the end of it, if you're interested in purchasing your oils, go back to the person who introduced you to the oils or who gave you the samples and let them know that you're ready to purchase your oils, because after this, you're going to realize why having them in your life is such a really big blessing, big part of it plays a big part in our health and well-being. So for those of you who I've not yet met, my name is Ariana. I run a doTERRA business with essential oils and essential oil products. And I also have a coaching and mentoring business that is kind of straddles this, right? Because it's all about health and wellness, emotional health and wellness, mental health and wellness, spiritual, and then physical. And that's kind of how I teach about the oils as well. Like, I talk about the physical, the ways that the oils can support us physically, but also, and more dear to my heart, how they can support us spiritually and also emotionally. So keep your questions coming. If you've got anything that you want to ask, anything that I can help you with, please feel free to comment below, and I'll scroll at the end of it and check it all out. So I've chosen most of the oils from the Home Essentials kit, and also with one addition, and stay till the end and I'll tell you which one it is, because it's one of my faves, my all-time faves. But what I'm going to talk to you about first is Peppermint and his entourage. And I always talk about Peppermint and his entourage because not only is Prince Peppermint one of the most incredible oils that you will ever have in your life, he comes along with another 3 blends in the Home Essentials kit that are just incredibly supportive of all the things that he does on his own. All right, so peppermint being the oil of a buoyant heart, I always liken it to how the lungs and the heart are linked and connected, and how if you have a buoyant heart, you can always breathe easy, and you have a very slow, steady, controlled breath. There's no hyperventilation, there's no feelings of, feeling heightened. You've always got this sense of just being really calm and really centered and really grounded. And so by using the emotional aspects of the oil of a buoyant heart, you can get a very good understanding of how peppermint can help you with your breath. Yeah, so you can take a deep breath in of peppermint, this little guy here, and know immediately how he invigorates the lungs. He's an incredible addition to any sports practice, anything where you're going to get your cardio up. Take a deep breath in of him, put a drop into your tongue. All of doTERRA's oils are certified pure therapeutic grade, and most of them, unless there is a specific notation on the side of the bottle, most of them can be ingested. So just check out the sides, the labels on the bottles, just to make sure. And if you've got any questions, you can always just ask, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. So taking a deep breath in of peppermint will help you invigorate the lungs. It will help you feel more giving and open and receptive to whatever else is happening in your life. And even when you kind of feel like you don't want to be that, sometimes you feel like life's just a little bit hard and you don't want to be open and you don't want to be receptive, peppermint's still going to help you be in a space where you are buoyant. Right? So even though you may feel like you want to retreat and you want to kind of go into your own cave, he's going to give you that sense of almost playfulness, help you to take those deep breaths, help you to stay really calm and centered. I can't think of my life without peppermint, because along with helping me breathe and stay centered and all of what I've mentioned before, he's really great for any sorts of tension that you may be experiencing. I have a little peppermint roller, not here, no, which has peppermint in it, and then I just roll it onto my temples. I keep it away from my eyes because it is quite stimulating, and I'm always diluting my oil, so I make sure that I'm diluting it with some coconut oil. And here's a little handy tip: when you're creating your own rollers, so for example, I have a roller over here. It's an old Frankie roller, right? And what I've done is I've just taken the top off and filled it up with my own little blend. And when I do that, I just take an old tomato sauce bottle and I fill it up with some fractionated coconut oil from doTERRA, and it just makes the pouring a lot easier. So really great to make sure that you're not going to mess your oils everywhere. This is a really good one. So I'll put a few drops into a roller ball and just roll it onto my temples. This particular blend is just something that I made up this morning, which is just divine. I'll give you the recipe at the end of this. And I'll rub it around towards my hairline more than anything, because like I said, peppermint is quite stimulating and you don't want it to get anywhere near any of this, the eyes or ears, nose, any holes. Don't want peppermint near your holes, let me tell you. So using Peppy is a really great addition to your fitness practice, your breath practice. Those of you who are watching who are yoga practitioners and do a lot of pranayama practice, such a good way to wake the lungs up before you do any pranayama. And also my favorite thing to do with peppermint is in the shower. I'll put a drop into my palms, so obviously the water's quite warm. Rub my palms together and take a deep breath in from my palms. So it's going to be quite strong. It is stimulating, so please always make sure that you err on the side of caution when you're dealing with an oil that you've never really used before. Practice with it a little bit before you go dead on in. But take a deep breath in and then maybe roll it or rub it onto your neck and onto your chest. It's just such a beautiful practice to do in the mornings, especially when you're waking up. It's so good. Better than that morning coffee, let me tell you. So this is Peppy, and then you have his little entourage, which all of these have got peppermint in it. So we have Easy Air, we have Digest Zen, and we have Ice Blue. All right, all three of these things are going to do different are going to help you in different ways. So the first one, Easy Air, is our respiratory blend, also known as Breathe in the northern parts of the world. And he's going to help you with exactly that. He's going to help you breathe. So how I mentioned peppermint is stimulating and invigorating to the lungs, Breathe or Easy Air has got just a couple of extra oils that are going to almost hone in on that specifically. So the oils included in here, amongst others, the main ingredients will be laurel leaf, eucalyptus, then there's peppermint, and there's tea tree, and there's lemon peel, cardamom, and then Ravinsara. And so I use this religiously before bed every night. I use this with coconut oil or a cream, like just a normal. doTERRA have their own spa body lotion cream, which doesn't have any fragrance or anything like that. So you can just pop it onto your body, and I just rub it onto my chest. And on the days that I feel a little bit more, stuffy, I may pop a few drops onto the soles of my feet before bed. I'm obsessed with Easy Air. I love it so much. I have an Easy Air roller. I also have the little stick, the Easy Air stick, and I use it a lot. I use the stick a lot, especially when I'm traveling and I don't want to take the actual, the oil with me. I've just got the little stick in my handbag, and I may rub it onto my chest and also onto my belly. So Easy Air is a really great oil to use. The second little guy is Digest Zen. Who here loves Digest Zen? Give me a little love heart if you love Digest Zen. Yeah? Oh, so good. So he's got oils like anise, fennel. He's got oils like caraway and ginger in. And Digest Zen is pretty much the miracle blend. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced feeling, nausea, or you feel travel sick, or you just have an upset tummy, or you feel, any of the above. I always just take a deep breath in when I'm traveling in the car, because I get pretty car sick. So take a deep breath in from the bottle. I also have a little car diffuser, so sometimes I'll pop a couple of drops on the car diffuser, and then it just circulates throughout the air. But also Digest Zen tea is beautiful, so good, soothing for the tummy, a really beautiful addition to any meal. I know a lot of cultures will have some tea before they have a meal, and you're so welcome to try some Digest Zen in some water before you actually have your meal. It's amazing. So Digest Zen for the win. And then the third little guy in Peppermint's entourage is Ice Blue. Now, Ice Blue is our athletic blend, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he's my favorite oil. He's been my favorite oil since the very beginning, especially when I found him to help with all of the hip pain that I was experiencing a few years back. And I just rub Ice Blue onto the body in the places where I feel that are tight or constricted. He can help alleviate any tension. So shoulders, for me, my hips, a really good oil to use when you're experiencing that almost like stiffness, right? What I love even more is the Ice Blue rub. Now, this isn't part of the Home Essentials kit, so this is an additional purchase. However, for purchases in February, you do receive an extra bottle of Ice Blue and an Ice Blue rub as part of your purchases with the Home Essentials kit, because doTERRA have an incredible special promo this month. So if you have been on the fence and you're not really sure as to whether or not this month is the month to go for your oils, you're gonna want to get your Home Essentials kit this month so you can get this little guy in. So Ice Blue rub is like a staple in my house. In fact, my husband always says to me, can you please come to bed one night not smelling like Ice Blue? So between the peppermint that I'd use in the shower in the morning, the Easy Air that I put on my chest before I go to bed, and Ice Blue over my hips, you can tell I just love peppermint so much. This is why I call him Prince Peppy and all his entourage. And so these 4 oils and the rub is just one of those almost like they go into your first aid kit, right? They go into your first aid kit. The next little lot of oils I'll talk to you about is lavender and Frankie. So I pop lavender and frankincense in some coconut oil or jojoba oil and use it on my skin. Rejuvenating, helping with fine lines and wrinkles, beautifying, you know, all of those sorts of really beautiful, gentle skin products. This is it. They're so good that you can eat them. Remember, you don't want to put anything on your skin that you can't actually eat. So make sure that anything that grows on your skin, guys, anything, like whether it be, I'm not even going to mention names. Just don't put it on your skin if you can't eat it. And both of these are ingestible. So although I don't really love the taste of lavender, not really my jam, but you could eat them if you want. And you pop this on your skin. It's really, really nourishing for the skin. And then these two little guys, lemon and On Guard, are staples in the kitchen. So I have a couple of drops in some warm water and a dash of salt every morning. It's like my little morning tequila. And I have that every morning to help hydrate and detox my body. I also use her in the diffuser all the time. I'm obsessed with lemon. Now, lemon is the oil of focus. And one of the words that I have chosen to work with this year as part of my emotional evolution is intentional focus, creative focus. And so I use the lemon to always bring me back to that center, always bring me back to that intention of focusing on what it is that I want to create in the world. I don't know about you, but a lot of the times I have shiny syndrome. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's really cool. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. And I land up doing too many things at once. And so by creating these intentional words that I kind of live by and I use in all of my decision-making processes throughout the year, or maybe even every 6 months, I kind of change them up. And what I do with once I've created that word that I'm going to be using as part of my navigation tool, I will create an aromatic anchor. And what that does is it really reminds me that whenever I take a deep breath in of that particular blend, it reminds me of the way I want to feel. It reminds me of what it is that I actually want to create in the world and brings me back to that sense of absolute knowing. Hey! And so using this aromatic anchor is such an incredible way for you to always stay on your chosen path and always remember why it is that you're doing what you're doing. And so for this first 6 months of this year, focus being such a big integral part of my business and my life in general, I've chosen lemon as the oil, as an oil that brings me back to my aromatic anchor, as in my aromatic anchor. So lemon, so good. I also use an oil called On Guard. Now, anybody who's anybody in this world needs On Guard in their life because it has oils that are so incredibly effective when it comes to keeping your body healthy. So clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, and wild orange. You can use this oil in so many different ways. It's pretty cool. So the first thing that I do with On Guard is put it in my diffuser because I want to get rid of any airborne pathogens. The second thing I do is I clean with her. Even this morning as I was mopping through my house, a couple of drops in some warm water and mop the floors. It's going to get rid of any nasties on the floors. And just on a side note, if you are using bleach or anything that you wouldn't put in your mouth on your floors and walking around barefoot, your feet barefoot on the ground are going to absorb anything that's on the floor underneath them, right? So if you're walking on the earth, you've heard of this term called earthing. When you go and you put your feet into the grass or the sand, you're actually drawing up ions from the earth that are really good for your body and your health and your well-being. And in that same breath, if you're walking around your house and you've just bleached your floors and you're putting your feet on bleach, what's that going to do for your body? Like, that's just absorption of chemicals 101. So before we go any further, when you start using your essential oils, you're going to get rid of all of the other things in your home that are toxic and chemical laden with chemicals. Your bleach is going to go out the door. You're not going to have 500 different, chemicals to clean different parts of your house. You don't need a floor cleaner and a mirror cleaner and a bench cleaner. Like, one thing is going to clean everything for you, I promise. In fact, in the group that we have an essential collaboration, which is the business that I have as part of my essential oils business. And there are a bunch of us that kind of work with families and households who are looking to detoxify their homes. And at the end of last year, we ran a cleaning challenge where we taught all of the people that are in as part of our customer database how to create their own cleaning products by using only essential oils and a few products like vinegar and bicarb and just very basic simple products and essential oils. And the response to that was incredibly delightful, because everybody who created their products were shocked at how easy it was, how cheap it is. You outlay $330 for a home essentials kit, which in your mind, in my mind, I don't think it's expensive at all. But in your mind, if you're new to this whole well-being, living in alignment with your body's health as number one, then $330 can be a little bit much. But when you start replacing all of your cleaning goods, all of your beauty products, who needs an eye cream and a butt cream and a toe cream and a forehead cream? Like, you don't need all of those things. You need one little bottle that's going to support your skin, right? And one bottle that's going to help you clean your house. And by replacing all of these things around your home, you'll actually find that you save tons of money, a lot of money. And so those were some of the main things that people were saying as part of this cleaning challenge. We hosted 5 days, 5 recipes. Everybody got to post their recipes and chime in of what worked for them and what didn't and what they wanted more of. And it was a really cool little community project that we ran across the world. It was a lot of fun. So if you're looking to become a customer with some really cool support and Facebook interaction and email support and just telephone support as well, like the essential collaboration, like myself and the women who I work with and partner with are so incredibly passionate about making sure that you know what to do when you have your oils. So hit me up with a DM or check out the links in my bio and you can get started with your own little pack. So along with cleaning, I mop my floors with him. I've got a little cleaning spritz that I clean everything with On Guard. And I also use him on my body because the oils that are in here are going to support my immune system. And I can quite safely say that the only times I've ever been sick in the last 3 years is when I have not used On Guard. So think about plane rides where I've forgotten my On Guard and I've caught a chill or, things like that. It's been twice, and both on plane rides where I forgot my On Guard. So this is so good for mama bears who are sending their kids to school and all those little grommets come back with their sicky fingers and snot-laden tendrils everywhere. You want to make sure that you've got some On Guard ready to rock and roll. On Guard is such a popular product with doTERRA that we have so many products made with On Guard. We have a laundry detergent, we have cleaner concentrate, we have toothpaste, we have a hand wash, we have got On Guard beadlets, because we know about the power of On Guard and how it can literally save families through those seasons where things get a little bit shaky. You're picking up what I'm putting down here, right? So On Guard's your jam. And by using On Guard, maybe with a little bit of lemon, you can soothe the throat as well. I pop some lemon, On Guard, and a bit of honey, and just take a spoonful of that, making sure that the honey and the oils are kind of mixed together. It's really soothing for the throat. It's really, really yummy, with no nasties in it. It's a really good way to look after your body through those dodgy seasons. And so for the last oil that I really wanted to talk to you about was balance oil. Now, it's not part of the Home Essentials kit, but it's one of those oils that I'm always banging on about, because balance is our grounding blend, and it's the one oil that will, without a doubt, help you feel really grounded and supported from the earth, from Mother Gaia. And by using her on the soles of the feet, or taking a deep breath in, or holding your heart space once you've popped a couple of drops on your heart, she'll have the ability to bring you back into your physical body. A lot of the times when you're feeling all up in your head, the one thing that you can do to bring yourself back is to focus on your breath. And in doing so, you actually bring yourself into your physical body. A lot of the times when I'm with clients that are experiencing a little bit of, I'm going to call it headiness, the one thing that I will coach them through and talk them through is by breathing out for longer periods of time than you breathe in for. And the whole point of doing that is so that you are focusing the mind. Also, there's an exchange of the breath in itself. So you're breathing out for longer periods of time than you're breathing in, and you're not filling your body with all the CO2 that's going to obviously make you hyperventilate. So always breathing out, and by taking a drop, popping it into your palm, just like this. Boop, boop. Rubbing your palms together, and then breathing in. Breathing out for the count of 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each time you breathe out, oh my goodness, I even feel so much calmer. I can't believe I've been talking with my voice up here the whole time. I think it's because I'm scared that you're not going to be able to hear me, but I'm pretty sure you can hear me because I'm loud. So breathing in and then breathing out, and breathing in and longer periods breathing out. And each time you extend your exhale, you actually bring yourself more grounded, more steady, more calm. I know of a lot of mama bears who use balance with their children. Children who are going to school for the first time, children who are experiencing the jitters before recitals or plays or games, matches. Us as adults, before you go into a presentation, before you're flying, if you're afraid of flight, you're going into work and you've got to meet that colleague that you really just would rather not, and your heart starts pounding and you're in a state of complete fluster. Using balance is just such a good way to bring yourself back to your breath and back to your body, back to your physical body. And so I don't have it here with me, it's in my car. I have this little stick, and keep your shit together blend. Yes, it's exactly what it is, the keep your shit together blend. I have this little stick, it looks like a tampon, but it's really not. It's like a nasal inhaler, and I purchased it from Aroma Tools. And what you do is you unscrew it and you take the little wick out, and then you just keep on dropping whatever oils it is that you're looking to inhale, so that you don't have your bottle with you. And I put balance on there all the time. In fact, my husband's been using, or has used in the past, balance before he's about to give a speech or do a presentation or anything like that, because the stuff really works. And being able to turn to something that helps you calm the farm is, I'm gonna say, it's priceless. Those times where you, like the Molly have just said, when you can't get your shit together, like you need something and someone to support you. And what better way to just pull something out your pocket and just be like, hello, here you go. Just take a deep breath in, and things just kind of settle down. So I hope that that's giving you a little bit of insight as to how I use these oils. It is a quick version of an essential oils class that I am hosting all over Australia. I'm doing a bit of travel over the next few weeks to Melbourne, and I've got a few classes in Sydney as well. And so if there is anyone that's watching this that you've never heard of essential oils before, and you want to experience them, please come along to one of my classes. Just DM me with your email address and I'll forward a link to all of the events that I'm hosting over the next month or two. It would be such a joy to teach you. Events are generally, depending on where they are, free of charge or for a small charge so that you can take something home with you, which is always so much fun in actually making it. And so just to reiterate, the 10 oils, so along with these 8, not inclusive of balance, but the 8, it also comes with a bottle of tea tree and a bottle of oregano, which I haven't spoken about in this little topic, but it also comes with those 10. You'll get a free promotional kit of ice blue rub and ice blue oil, and with a diffuser for $330. And along with that, depending on, I'm pretty sure every single wellness advocate who has the oils uses them, and you'll be able to learn so much about how to use oils. Even if you're enroller, even if you're watching this and you don't know who you purchased from and you have the oils, you just log onto Pinterest. Like, there are so many different recipes on Pinterest that you can check out and experiment with and use and enjoy. And you know, if you've got any questions, even if you've already purchased your oils but you've still got questions, please reach out to me and let me help you, because I mean, there's no point in having your oils if you don't know how to use them, right? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for investing in your health if you have already. And if you haven't, what the hell are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Contact the person who sent you to this or sent this to you. And if that person's me, please reply to this and let me know that you're ready to purchase your oils, or ask any questions that are relevant to any of the oils that we spoke about today. Then unless there's any other questions, I'm about to have my beautiful cacao that's been sitting here waiting for me. Ceremonial grade, it's so yummy, and I've got a drop of peppermint in here today. Bye, the Marley Hub. Have a good day, guys.